Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. A look at the Magic starting group. Howard is out there with Turkoglu. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. Then there's Hardaway. And it's McGrady in at the 2.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member. Of the Spurs staff to be leading an NBA team.
Hardaway with it. Shaq down low. Chamberlain on him. O'Neal misses. So it's Philadelphia now. On the wing, it's Iguodala. He dishes it to Barkley. It's blocked by Shaq.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the key.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy buckets.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the 3rd consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. It's soon that will have to be the goal, as patience will wear thin within that fan base.
Back to McGrady. Orlando moving the ball around. O'Neal misses. Orlando on D. The drive by Iverson. Kicks it out to Hawkins. The 3. The 76ers with another miss.
Well, it's been a while for the Magic in regards to the postseason. Another year of missing postseason play. This latest playoff drought comes after they made 6 straight trips to the playoffs from 2007 to 2012.
Here's Iverson. The Magic getting the bucket. Dishes to Chamberlain. Here's Barkley. It's blocked by Shaq. Fast break. Here come the Magic. The shot by McGrady, no good. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
And overall, this Orlando franchise has been pretty consistent in making the playoffs. They've had 14 playoff trips since the inception of the franchise back in 1989. Given how hard it can be for expansion teams, you have to say that's a solid mark.
The Magic have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Kicks it out to Turkoglu. O'Neal dishes to Hardaway. Trying to find Shaq. He's got it now. Barkley over to help. And there's a whistle. That goes on B-Train. That's his first foul. Stolen away.
From that far away, that was a risky pass.
The drive by Iverson unloads from 9. The 76ers with another miss. Fast break. Here come the Magic. McGrady kicks to Hardaway. He feeds it to O'Neal. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
One thing, Greg, about Philadelphia, you talked about this, only 12 wins for them last year against the East.
And Kevin, how about not getting a win against their own conference until December? I mean, as bad as the Sixers were last year, though, they weren't the worst. So sometimes, even for me, I still can't fathom that's the case.
One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. Starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
So the wing on the left. Inside, Hardaway. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agency.
Iverson against Hardaway. Goes up at the stripe. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And that's now 6 points for Iverson. Orlando trailing here.
And guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
Here's Iverson after Penny Hardaway's bucket. Chamberlain with a screen on Hardaway. The dish now to Iguodala. Here's Barkley. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Hardaway passes to Howard. Deflects the pass. McGrady dishes to O'Neal. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Now here's Iguodala. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And the 76ers with some changes. Moses Malone. He's checked in for Chamberlain, and Irving subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Orlando also making some changes. Rashard Lewis. He's checked in for Shaq. Anderson comes in for Turkoglu. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Hardaway. Now here's Lewis. Pass to McGrady. Kicks it to Howard. And stolen by Irving. Pass to Iverson. Back to Barkley. Feeds to Iverson. Barkley right side. Iverson passes to Irving. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. The Magic have gone 50% from the field to this point. 4 of 8. Right wing. And Anderson kicks to Howard. Boom! He jams it straight down.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw up off the floor after that one, guys.
And Philadelphia has possession. The Magic getting the bucket. Iverson dishes to Barkley. It's tipped. Lewis passes to Howard. Back to Lewis. McGrady outside. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
Malone kicks to Irving. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Dwight Howard. The 76ers have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far.
At the line for 2.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good for Irving. Nelson dishes to Vucevic. Poked loose. Williams with the steal. And here's the fast break. And here they go. Great D that time from Vucevic.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Magic lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. As we get back to the second quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Magic.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Here are the Magic now. We've got Irving. Moses Malone out there with McGinnis. Then it's Williams. And it's Cheeks in at the point. That's the group for Philadelphia to start this second quarter.
What are you in? Go.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Magic's ball.
Here's Hardaway. Picked by Vucevic. They're running for the finish. And it's blocked by Lewis. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Such a wide open look. Aflalo's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Orlando.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Chamberlain's checked in for Malone. And the Magic making a change here as well. Turkoglu's checked in. The Magic leading by 5. The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the third straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Chamberlain, the pass to Cheeks. Back to Chamberlain. Baseline try. Rebounded by Vucevic. Well, Orlando's shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Chamberlain kicks to Iguodala.
76ers foul call. George McGinnis.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Barkley comes in for McGinnis, and Hawkins subbed in for Williams. Shaq's checked in for Orlando. Howard comes in for Horace Grant. Turkoglu dishes to O'Neal. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And they're pushing it up. Aflalo, that's good.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Well, the city of Philadelphia has had some tough fans. There's no doubt. You know, we've seen them boo Santa Claus. You can imagine, Greg, how they felt about this Sixers team a year ago.
You know, the Sixers were going to be in trouble from the very start of the year. A lot of fans didn't even bother to show up to boo. I mean, Philly had the worst attendance in the league last season.
But they've got hope, Greg.
A lot of young talent. Maybe this is the year it starts to materialize.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Baddest ones checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Barkley. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, when you look at the 76ers, it's no surprise that they have empty seats. I mean, they ended up 12 and 29 at home, which wasn't the worst mark in the NBA, but it was tied for second worst.
The 76ers have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. First one falls for them.
And Philadelphia just, at times, hard to watch, even at home. I mean, they had the worst home field goal percentage in the entire league. Hard to get the crowd into it if you are clanking it on the rim every trip down.
And he makes both free throws. Well, the Orlando Magic had a rough season last year. They managed to still be, though, competitive on the road.
You know, they really had one of those years where they just seemed to play better on the road, maybe more comfortable, not as much pressure. Almost half of their wins on the year came out of town.
Now here's Turkoglu. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Howard against Hawkins. Now the pass to Barkley. He kicks it to Iverson. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And part of why Orlando held things together on the road was they could get hot from the floor. Ended up in the top 10 in the NBA in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Hawkins against McGrady. Iverson outside for 3. The offensive rebound. Chamberlain the pass to Iguodala. Iverson kicks to Barkley. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Hardaway.
And you know,
no doubt that is within his range.
well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Here's Iverson. After the Magic pick up 2. Barkley. And it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. And Philadelphia making a change here. Irving's checked in. The Magic also changing it up. Anderson comes in for Hedo Turkoglu. And Nelson is subbed in for Hardaway. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They trail by 9 points.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Anderson dishes to O'Neal. And is back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover.
You know, they've done a lot of things right in this game, but one thing they have to improve on is their ball security.
Yeah, better to be lucky than good because they've got the lead despite the miscues right now. If they clean those up, you have to like their chances.
And the 76ers making a change here. Malone's checked in. And a switch here also for Orlando. Lewis is checked in and stolen by Chamberlain. Fast break Philadelphia. Here's Irving, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And stolen by Iverson. Goes up, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. Good. just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out.
Chamberlain with it. Guarded now by Shaq.
And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Here's Barkley, and he uses the glass on the layup. Barkley's got 8 points.
So they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Misses from close range.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Magic out in front. They lead by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I've got Jameer Nelson. And Jameer, what's going to be the focus of the second half?
Keeping the ball in our hands and making decisions that gives us good shots. I think when we do that, we shoot a high percentage, as we say. The games that in the half that we are bad is...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, they're playing some unselfish basketball here tonight, Ernie. Guys aren't trying to take the defense 1-on-5. They're moving the basketball and finding the open man. And then, of course, the open man is finishing, so no problem here tonight.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Their defense is getting flat out embarrassed. Embarrassed, however you say it, Ernie. I realized they had to deal with a team who was red hot most of the first half, but that's an excuse. You know what? They got to be aggressive. They got to step up on that D. They got to prevent that. They need more effort, Ernie.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Really an incredible game from Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, how about all of the assists he's had already in the first half? Got his team a lot of easy baskets.
He's got great vision, Greg, and he's not afraid to get rid of it early. That's what makes him such a great passer. He doesn't hold on to that thing. He finds the open guy right away.
So on the floor for Orlando, they've got O'Neal. That is one out there with Hardaway. Then it's Turkoglu, and it's Howard in at the 4-man position. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And once again, last season, the Magic were near the bottom of the East. Only 15 wins for them against the rest of that conference.
Fast break. Here come the Magic. Turkoglu with the ball. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
Well, Greg, you know, there's no question about that. You played on a tough, physical Knicks team during your NBA career, and that would fall right in line with a smart, strong foul right there.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Very good point.
And he knocks down the first one. Hardaway hits them both. And here is Iverson. He's got 10. High post Chamberlain. And he goes in for the dunk.
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Shot clock at 6. Here's O'Neal. No good off the back of the rim.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
The drive by Iverson. Here's Barkley. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now, here's Howard. Back to Hardaway. Chamberlain with the block. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. McGinnis, who's checked in for Philadelphia. The Magic also changing it up. Vucevic checked in for O'Neal. Grant comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's a Flalo in for baddest one. Hardaway from outside. Barkley grabs the board.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Iverson passes to Barkley. And it's blocked. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Now here's a Flalo. 5 points in the game. Turkoglu kicks to Vucevic. Flalo against Hawkins. Grant with a screen on Hawkins. Now the feed to a Flalo. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what we call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clark he's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds him accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said.
Screen by Grant and stolen by Iverson. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That's his first foul. Moses Malone. He's checked in for Philadelphia. Cheeks checks in for Allen Iverson. And a change for the Magic. Lewis checked in for Turkoglu. Now here is Hardaway. He's got 6. 6 on the shot clock. On its way from a Flalo for 2. Misses and the dry spell continues. The 76ers leading by 8. And the foul called on Rashard Lewis. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Irving's checked in for McGinnis, and it's Williams in for Hersey Hawkins. Orlando also making some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for a Flalo. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Hardaway. 1:52 left in the third quarter. And Dr. J slams it in.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
Now, here is Nelson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shot clock at 6. Good on the jump shot.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 13-4 run. And you look at Jameer Nelson, played his first 10 years with Orlando. Then he got traded to the Celtics last season, then again to Denver. That had to be tough for a crafty veteran like him, a tough adjustment.
You know, you look at last year, one of his worst statistically, especially from a field goal percentage standpoint. I really agree with you. I think he was affected by all of the change of scenery and system. Let's look to see him have a bounce back this season.
And it's the Magic with the ball after the Sixers pick up 2. The 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Barkley's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Now here's Lewis. Clock at 6. Anderson kicks to Lewis. Grant dishes to Anderson. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Cheeks against Nelson. The 76ers have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Cheeks hits them both. 7 seconds left to play in the 3rd. O'Neal kicks to Anderson, and he gets it to go.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. 76ers ahead. They finish. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the 4th. The 76ers leading by 10. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Iguodala out there at Malone. Then there's Hawkins. Then there's Chamberlain. And it's Iverson in at the point guard position. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Chamberlain hits them both.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
And stolen by Iverson. To the inside, Iguodala. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Hardaway, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And here's Turkoglu from the arc.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length does... Oh! Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. O'Neal kicks to McGrady. Looks for O'Neal, gets it to him, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Shaq. 10 points, and he's been a brick wall today with all those blocks.
You got that right. He's giving them serious doubts about bringing the ball to the rim.
That's good from O'Neal. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Timeout for the 76ers.
And the 76ers call time here.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
And Orlando making a change here. Vucevic checked in for O'Neal. Lewis comes in for Dwight Howard. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Baddest One. And Nelson is subbed in for Hardaway. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
And I don't know if anybody can tell you what he was thinking, because I certainly have no idea.
The drive by Iverson.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And he makes the first.
What a stellar outing in this one for Iverson. He's got 14 points now and 3 great steals. He's given them a lot with his passing and with his defensive work.
How about the activity of those hands here today?
McGinnis, he's checked in for the 76ers. And both free throws good for Iverson. The Magic trail by 16. Nelson kicks to Aflalo. Passes it to Lewis. All alone. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Iverson against Nelson. And no good, trying to use the glass.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Turkoglu against Malone. From deep three-point range, from downtown, and Aflalo. Bucket on the assist by Lewis. And that's now 8 points for Aaron Aflalo. Nelson against Iverson. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Inside, got a piece of it. Stolen by Lewis. And here we go with Turkoglu running it up the court. Knocked loose. Fast break, here we go. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Oh, guys, come on. He's up there posing. He's posing for the photographers. That's all that's about.
Nelson outside. He dishes it to Vucevic. Kicks it out to Turkoglu. 6 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here from deep. Aflalo kept alive Orlando. Here's Vucevic, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for the 76ers.
And the first one drops. Big step last year for Vucevic's offense, Clark. Unstoppable at times, both on the blocks and facing up.
Vucevic is a real outstanding future all-star front court. Rebounds at a high rate in traffic and out of his area. Finishes, faces up. This kid has a lot of upside. I really like his game.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on.
And talking about Vucevic's development last season, he's also had the highest assist average of his career. He's a good decision maker on the floor, knows when to take it himself, and knows when to kick it to cutters and spot up shooters. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Turkoglu passes to Nelson. Chamberlain with the block. The drive by Iverson. Barkley's powered down with both hands.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
Vucevic a screen on Iverson. To the inside. Chamberlain with the block. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Nelson with the steal. Turkoglu dishes to Lewis. Out left to the wing. Nelson against Iverson. Shot clock at 6. The 8-footer. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous. And he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive he was in this game. If there was a path to the hoop, he was attacking. Love that kind of mindset in a backcourt or a wing play.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K